الذين اصطفى أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأمر أهلك بالصلاة واصطبر عليها لا نسألك رزقا نحن نرزقك والعاقبة للتقوى صدق الله العظيم. Honorable ulama, respected friends, elders, mothers and sisters. In the world that we are living today, the greatest fikr, worry and concern of every person is with regards to his rizq and to his sustenance. There are numerous traditions and ahadith that say that when people used to come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they used to complain to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam about poverty, about financial difficulty, about difficulty in acquiring rizq, etc., then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to read this verse that I have recited. He used to read it to them, and he used to encourage them to become regular in the performance of their prayers and of salah. Hazrat Shaykh Rahmatullah alayhi wrote under this that it was as though Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was indicating to the fact that if a person is regular with his salah, if he performs his salah regularly, he is particular about it, then this will lead to him having ample of sustenance, ample of provisions. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, when he became the governor, then when he became the Khalifa, Umar radiallahu anhu wrote to all the people who are under him, his governors, and Umar radiallahu anhu told them that indeed salah is the most important part of your duties. If you are particular with regards to your salah, then you have actually safeguarded your deen. And that person that is not particular about his salah, then that person has actually destroyed his deen. So although Umar radiallahu anhu, these people were under him as the governors of entire cities, yet Umar radiallahu anhu instructed them that, listen, before the affairs of everything else, the most important duty of yours is to be particular and regular with your salah. Umar radiallahu anhu, in the night, he used to wake up his family and he used to tell them to perform salah because of this verse. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever any difficulty, whenever any hardship used to come on his family, then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to read this verse to them. He used to read this ayat to them and he used to instruct them towards salah. So what is the meaning of this ayat? Allah says in the Quran, وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ, command your family to perform salah. وَاسْطَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا, and you yourself become steadfast in performing salah. لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا, Allah says, we are not asking you for sustenance. We are not asking you to feed us. We are not asking you for money. We are not asking you to sustain us, to support us in any way. لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ, we will support you. We will give you sustenance. We will give you wealth. We will give you food. We will give you the support that you need. نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى, and understand very well that the end result is the best for those people who have taqwa. In this verse, there are two important things that have been stressed. Number one is that when a person wants to give targheeb or encouragement towards something, then it was the practice of the Anbiya alayhimus salam that they used to carry out this action themselves, and then they used to invite others, and by this they became the living examples to the people. That is why in the verse Allah first said, وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ, command your family to read salah, but you also must be steadfast in reading salah. Now with the passing of the month of Ramadan, each one of us became an example to ourselves that how much of potential I actually have. I was performing tahajjud salah regularly. Every night after Isha, I used to spend an extra hour in the masjid performing salah. Throughout the day, I was regular with my prayers. While I was fasting, I was hungry, I was tired. Yet not one of my salah was missed. I was so particular of my salah because of Ramadan. And each one of us has proven to ourselves that although Ramadan has passed, I still have the true potential and the capability of performing each one of my salah every day regularly. So this is the first point that is stressed. In the second point that is stressed in the verse, Allah has promised ample of provision for those people who perform their salah regularly. And those people, Allah has joined salah and rizq together, so that those people who are regular and they are particular with performing their salah, they are in the masjid 5 times a day, they are always performing their salah on time, they should never ever feel that because of my reading salah, because of my having to go to the masjid, this will interfere in my acquiring my rizq and my sustenance. Maulana Abdul Haq Makda, he is from Durban. He had a shop, or I don't know if he still has one, but he had a shop. He used to teach in the afternoons, and during the morning he had a shop which he used to do business with. And whatever money he used to save, then he used to go to see his sheikh in Jalalabad, etc. So Maulana says that it so happened that at one time, throughout the entire day, not even one customer walked in my shop, nobody. The whole day, not one customer came. Right at the time of Asr Salah, one man came to my shop. Now the Muaddin is calling out the Adhan, and this is my first customer for the day. So the man came and he said, listen, I want to buy some things. So Maulana told him, brother, sorry, the Muaddin is calling, my Allah is calling me now, I have to go for prayers. I'm sorry man, I cannot serve you now. So he says this was, extremely difficult for me. Because the whole day, not one customer, now this guy comes and he even tells Maulana, I have a lot of money to spend in your shop, I will be quick, but I will spend a huge amount. Maulana told him, sorry brother, my Allah is calling me, I have to go. So anyway, Maulana closed the shop and he went for Asr Salah. When he returns from Asr Salah, he finds the same man sitting outside his shop. So he asked the man, why you didn't go? There's other shops here that sell the same thing. I'm a general dealer. There are many places here around you can go and buy these things from them. So this man told him that, brother, listen, I am a Jewish brother. I am of the Jewish religion. After you left me, I thought to myself that this man, he is the man of God. Because he is sacrificing his money, his business, to go and fulfill the command of his prayer and of God right now. So it made me understand you are a man of God. And because of that, I decided to myself that I will sit and wait for you to come back, because I would like to support a man who I know is religious. And I also want to tell you that from now on, every time when I need to purchase these items, I will only come to your shop and buy it from your shop. I will not go to anybody else's shop. So rizq, sustenance and salah, Allah has almost joined it and connected it in this verse. That those people who are regular with salah, Allah will give them ample provision. Allah will open their doors of rizq and sustenance. We have often heard when we go in the path of Allah, it comes in the hadith in Fazail Amal, that man who is regular with performing his 5 times salah, Allah will make his daily rizq, his bread easy for him. What this means, Allah will make my rizq easy for me. If I take a tasbih, when I give it to you, I say, brother, here's a tasbih for you. So very easily you can take it from my hand. Because I'm giving you the tasbih, all the beads are connected on a string, I give it to you, you can take it easily. But I take the same tasbih, I cut the string and I throw all the beads here around the masjid. And I tell you, brother, give me these beads, here's the tasbih for you. So what will happen now? It's the same amount of beads, 33 or 100, whatever the tasbih might be. But now the beads are scattered around the whole masjid. It will take you 2-3 minutes to collect all those beads and come back. In the same way, that man who is regular with his salah, where it means that Allah will make your risk easy for you, it is like a person taking a tasbih and he puts the whole tasbih in your hand one time. Compared to that man who has to run from here to there, to there, to there, to there, collect all the beads and come back with the same amount of tasbih in his hand. Anas radiallahu anhu, one day, Maulana Ashik Ilahi in Anwarul Bayan, Maulana wrote that Allah has not burdened man with the task of providing sustenance for himself. All he needs to do, he must engage in some halal occupation, he must worship and obey Allah, and at the end Maulana wrote, Allah will ensure that this man survives. Allah will ensure this man survives. He must do halal, he must obey Allah, and he must worship Allah. Allah will make sure this man survives. Anas radiallahu anhu, one day he was on his land, on his farm. His worker, the man who was working for him, came and told him that, listen, there is no water. So Anas radiallahu anhu told him, don't worry, give me a few minutes. He put down his musalla and he started to read salah. After 2 rakats, he asked the man, is there water? He said, nothing. He said, okay, don't worry. He started again. So he read like this, 2, 4, 6. After the 6th rakat, he asked the man, is there water? So the man told him, there is a cloud in the sky size of a pigeon's egg. So Anas radiallahu anhu told him, don't worry. He carried on. He performed another 2 rakats of salah. At that time, Allah made a cloud, a huge cloud gather, and it started pouring one way on the land where they wanted water. It started pouring down one way. So Anas radiallahu anhu, obviously they were elated. He made shukr to Allah. Then he told his worker that take the horse and go see how far till where it's raining. How far is the rain going? Because it was hot and now the cloud. Go see how far it's raining. So the man took his horse and he started to gallop with his horse to see where the rain is stopping. So he went, and after some time he came back. When he came back, he told Anas radiallahu anhu that I have circled your entire farm. This rain that is coming is only raining on your particular farm. Outside your farm is sunshine. There is no rain anywhere else. There is only rain here on your land. Throughout your farm, this is where it is raining. Outside your farm, there is sunshine, not one drop of rain is falling here. So you can see the great connection Allah has kept with salah and with a man's risk and his sustenance. And like I mentioned in the starting, people complaining about poverty, about difficulty, if times are tough, Maulana, I can't make ends meet. Everyone is in, you speak to anyone, they will tell you, things are hard, things are expensive. And this is not something that started today. Even in the time of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Sahaba used to come with the same complaint. It is mentioned by Sahal ibn Sa'd radiallahu anhu that a man once came to complain to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He told him, "O Nabi of Allah, things are tight, I'm not making ends meet. What should I do?" Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave him such a prescription. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told him 3 simple things he must do, which each one of us should try and inculcate in our life, inshallah. And Allah will open our doors of risk and sustenance. Allah will make things easy for us, help us at the end of the month, whatever we are doing, inshallah, Allah will help us. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us, man, that when you come to your house every day, when you walk inside, make salam loudly. Whether there is someone inside, whether there is nobody, make salam loudly when you walk in your house, number 1. Number 2, read durood on me. That means say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a short durood, any durood that you know, read durood on me. And the third thing you must do, read Surah Ikhlas one time, Qul huwallahu ahad, read it one time. You don't have to read all loudly, make salam loudly, the other 2 you can do softly. Make salam, read durood, and read Qul huwallahu ahad one time. A simple prescription. This man, he went and he started to practice on this. The ulama mentioned that after a short period of time, فَفَعَلَ الرَّجُلُ, the man did this amal. فَأَدَرَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الرِّزْقَ حَتَّى أَفَاضَ عَلَيْهِ جِيرَانِهِ وَقَرَابَتِهِ. In a short space of time, Allah had turned this man's stables to such an extent, the conditions turned, that this man who was suffering, Allah had given him so much that he was now helping his neighbors and his relatives. The man who was in a dire circumstance, he was struggling. He done one amal for a few days, maybe a month, whatever it might be. Allah turned his tables around to this extent that he started supporting his neighbors and his close family around him. Samura as-Suhai radiyallahu anh, the father of Jabir radiyallahu anh, he mentions that we were in the company of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and a man came and he had the same complaint to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam about poverty, etc. He came and he asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what action will lead a man closest to Allah? What action will lead a man closest to Allah? So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told him to this effect: truthful speech and to fulfill your trust. So again the man asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, tell us more, tell us more. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told him to read salah at night and to fast on a very hot day. And then he said, no, tell us some more. Now this is the part I want to tell you. Then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said to this effect, kathratu dhikri was salatu alayya tunfil faqra. He told him that to remember Allah in abundance and to send durood upon me, this will eradicate your poverty completely. Any person who is poor, tell him to start reciting durood abundantly and remembering Allah. This will become a solution and a means for his poverty being eradicated. In the Quran, Allah speaks of the story of Nuh alayhi salam, the dawah Nuh alayhi salam gave to his people. In one of the things Nuh alayhi salam told the people was, فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. Make istighfar, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Ask Allah for forgiveness. إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. Allah is very forgiving. But what will happen if you ask Allah for forgiveness? He didn't just tell them He told them the virtue, the reward. What will Allah give you if you ask Allah for forgiveness? Yursili samaa alaykum midrara. Allah will send torrential rains upon you. You are suffering with drought. You need your farm to get water. Allah will give you. You make istighfar in abundance. Allah will give you great amount of rain. And what He said after that? وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. And Allah will give you wealth, and Allah will give you children. وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا. Allah will give you gardens, Allah will give you rivers. The ulama mentioned what this means. Allah will give you gardens and rivers. It means Allah will make you become prosperous in life. Allah will make you prosper in this dunya. Allah will give you want rain, Allah will send you rain. You in need of children, Allah will bless you with children. You in need of money, Allah says, وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ. Allah will help you with money. Allah will make you prosperous by doing what? One amal of making istighfar all the time. My tongue stays moist in the remembrance of Allah, that Allah forgive me. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding of whatever has been said, the ability to practice on it and convey it to others, inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wana.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la